It's Wednesday afternoon and time for us to turn our attention to legal matters. This is part of our commitment to putting Southeast Texas first. We get to ask the judge and get answers to top legal questions. Joined this afternoon by Judge Randy Shelton from the 279th District Court in Jefferson County. Judge, how are things at the courthouse?
Oh, good, Jordan, good.
Hope it's a productive week, certainly a windy day out there. Let's get to the legal questions. This first one involves divorce. This person says, my husband and I are in the midst of separating. He owns his own business, which he started while we were married. I've got my own job with my own retirement account. Any idea how this community property might get split reasonably?
Jordan, this is a really interesting question.
Yeah?
Generally, judges will divide property 50-50. They can give more than 50% to one side, but that's going to take a lot more time to explain.
Okay.
But if a business was created during the marriage, it's considered community property, and it can be valued, but it can be difficult to value it for a 50-50 split. So sometimes you may have to get someone to value that business. And there are people like accountants who have the expertise to do this. They usually look at things like assets, inventory, money owed to the business, debts, net profits. They will use a formula and they can come up with an estimate, or rather, of the value of a particular business. Now, on retirements, some retirements are pretty easy to value, like a 401k, because you can just look at the statement, it has a balance, and it can be split pretty easily. If you have a pension type retirement, a retirement plan where it pays something monthly, those can be very difficult to figure. You can't just go by how much it will pay monthly when the person retires or how much has been contributed to the account. So if you're lucky, the value of the business will equal the value of the retirement. One party gets the business, the other party gets the retirement. But it can be more complicated. If the business, for example, is worth more than the retirement, the party getting just the retirement might have to get a little bit more just to make things equal. Or it could be totally the other way around.
Right. Certainly a nuanced scenario there that hopefully gets worked out before you show up in court with both lawyers. The second question, this person says, number 2 here, I lost my job and can no longer afford the $1,200 a month child support that I was ordered to pay 2 years ago. Do I have to go to court to get the order changed? And if so, what type of proof is needed?
You probably would have to end up going to court. Now, if the Attorney General has ever been involved in your case previously, you can ask for services from them and they might be able to handle some sort of reduction informally. Or you could go request that there be a mediation and maybe the parties could get together and work out something without all the drama of going to court.
And the cost.
And the cost, totally.
Yeah.
As far as proof is concerned, you almost always need tax returns with the attachments for every year since the original order was entered, and a recent paycheck stub with some sort of year-to-date information or some other proof of income for this year so far. That's generally what judges would look at to try to determine what a fair child support amount should be.
It makes sense. Judge, we're going to save the next question for next week. How about that, sir?
Okay.
All right.
You bet.
All right, Judge, we appreciate your time this afternoon. We always learn so much when Judge Shelton is with us. And friends, if you've got questions for the judge, go to 12newsnow.com/askthejudge, and there's a form to fill out right there.